Greetings, my name is Jen Hirsch and I am one of the corrective exercise specialists here at Crossroads Chiropractic and Wellness. We're making a video today about one of the tools that we offer in-house to help clients with a variety of symptoms. And if you've seen any of my previous YouTube videos, I actually go over some specific ways to actually use this tool in various forms of our protocol here, especially for corrective exercise. But I kind of wanted to make a video going over the actual tool itself and why we chose this one and why we offer it in-house. So we offer the Purewave percussion device. Any type of brand where you're using, this type of technology is referred to as a percussion tool. But we use the Purewave here in-house. This particular device we found really, really handy for clients because of a couple of different things. First off, the handle. So if you have people coming in with chronic shoulder pain, maybe they're coming in and having issues with shoulder mobility, it's really hard sometimes to get relief, especially in that shoulder blade area right up along the spine. And this has been really, really helpful for my rehab clients, right, who are trying to get some ranges of motion back and just flat can't even maybe reach that area with a lacrosse ball for some myofascial release. Now, with these types of percussion devices, it actually has a bunch of different benefits. Primarily, the way that we're using it in corrective exercise is additional trigger point release. So basically, through foam rolling, there are areas you'll hit trigger points, right? You'll experience the same thing in massage. And sometimes those trigger points have just been there for so long, traditional foam rolling has a hard time essentially getting that to release. So what we do is we use this as kind of a spot check in those areas in order to give that trigger point a little bit more extra direct attention. Now, what's nice about these devices is not only can they go through and inhibit a trigger point, right? But they can also go through and increase blood flow to the areas. So when I'm instructing a client to go through and wanting to really get that trigger point to let go, I'm having them use a more specified tip. So on this one, it's smaller, it's more trigger point based. But what's kind of cool about this device is it gives you a bunch of different options, right? So one of the other options on here, if you want more broad, but you also just want blood flow, there's one that has like 6 teeth on it, right? Now, when you're wanting to wake those muscles up, unlike the trigger point where you're going to move around and hold, with the larger heads, you're going to go through and move and keep it moving. So let's say I'm getting ready to go for a run, and I know in the past I've had issues with hamstring activation or maybe had issues with lower glute activation. I can use that broader head and just move blood flow through those areas. It's also very helpful for areas that are just hard playing to foam roll, right? Rolling and releasing this bicep, which plays a lot into shoulder and neck pain, trying to get up against a wall with a ball, trying to pin it with your fingers, can be difficult and sometimes just maybe not achievable. So using a tool like this, I can simply hold there until I feel a heat on the area and get that trigger point to release. So traditionally, when using a tool like this, I'm going to gently search the area for an inhibition. If I wanted to inhibit the trigger point, I'm going to search and then gently hold until heat. I'm not turning the device on right now just because the buzzing doesn't pick up well on the microphone, but going through and not digging, right? So I'm not digging into trigger points. I'm just holding and allowing more blood flow and heat to come to the area. So what's great about that is that's actually bringing more hydration from some of our deeper levels of fascia to the surface. But this also serves a couple other benefits. It's increasing circulation, right? So if we get more circulation to an area, that can be very healing as well and can also just generally relax the muscles. If we're also taking some of those larger attachments and kind of moving up towards the heart, you're getting some lymphatic benefit as well. So this is why we offer this tool in-house, not only to help our clients with their protocol, but also this particular device is very safe for you to use on yourself. Some of the more powerful devices can be a little too aggressive for an individual to use on themselves daily, but this one is totally okay for you to use on yourself daily. It's not going to overwork a trigger point. Plus, another kind of handy feature, so traditionally you've seen your Thera devices, right? And it's right here is percussion, it's beating up and down. Well, this device also has another side to it. So when I go to turn it on, you can either have the main percussion device or there's this smaller head. Now, what I really like about this is for my tension headache clients. Now, we never want to use a percussion device on the neck, period, right? The upper trap, yes. The skull, sure, but kind of the edge of that skull ridge to the top of the neck is not an area you ever want to use a percussion device on. Even here, right? That's just not something that I would recommend, even though this side has less vibration to it. Now, what you can do is you can use the silicone teeth head here, and when you go to attach it, you're actually going through, it helps if I attach it the right direction. If you go through to attach it, what this can do is this can help work some of those connections through the scalp in order to help take some pressure off even sinuses, right? So using the teeth of this device, it gets more blood flow, can help with sinus pressure, changes of season, that could be a major issue and a major contributing factor to some of the tension headaches, not just the muscles themselves, but additional sinus pressure adding weight to that area. If you have any additional questions on how to use this device or want to pick it up here in office, feel free to stop by, give us a call, Crossroads Chiropractic and Wellness. If you want to understand how to incorporate this into your protocol a little better, then feel free to set an appointment with Corrective Exercise or refer back to some of my other videos that I've made on hip tightness, neck tightness, shoulder tightness, all that great stuff on how to use this tool.